Hello?
Hello,
Is this thing
Pex
on?
Pals.
Hello?
Is it?
I don't know. Hello?
Hello.
No one's answering,
Whoa.
dude.
Calvin, I'm done
Yeah.
with my Frosted Flakes. I guess we get started. I guess
After Frosted Flakes is when podcasts should
they're,
start.
they're great.
I didn't like that.
I knew I had to do one other thing this episode you didn't like, dude.
Didn't like
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
Didn't like it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Joel Cupcake. I'm always the pain in CowVan's ass, and this is
I'm CowVan. This is CowVan. Welcome back to episode 17 of Pex Pals, the only Apex Legends podcast for the mediocre gamer. Before we get into everything, make sure you check us out on every single fucking platform, except for Facebook, Instagram, Pex Pals Podcast, TikTok, Pex Pals, Twitter, Pex Pals, YouTube, Pex Pals. You know,
actually we don't have a Twitter. We don't have a Twitter.
You don't have a Twitter?
No.
Okay, well, you and I have Twitters.
Yes.
At CowVan, at JoelCupcake on Twitter. Check us out. Actually, mine's at CowVan Man.
Yes, it is. Use the hashtag Pex Pals to talk about it on those platforms. It doesn't exist on.
Yeah, go do that. Go check us out on all the platforms and check us out wherever you get your podcast too. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Make sure you go on there, download our episodes so you can listen to them whenever at your leisure. Leave us a review, get us that engagement, help us fight the terrible algorithm. And Joel, episode 17, I want to hear your weapon of the week.
Well, Calvin, I'm going to throw it back. We're going to do a weapon of the week, and I got a tip of the week for
you have a tip of the week. Okay.
We're going to start with the weapon, though.
Okay.
Anybody that's followed me on TikTok or seen any of my tagging of the podcast, or anything I post on Twitter and occasionally on my Instagram, my weapon of the week, my weapon of life, is the Eva-8.
The Eva-8.
The range versus spread is just incredible. Like, if you get the drop on a team, like, all you need is your homies hitting a few bullets with it on the other dudes, and you can drop a whole squad with one or two clips of the Eva-8.
That's true.
I literally just posted something doing it. It's real easy. I like it. I also like that the gun, technically, you only need one attachment. You literally just need, the grip?
The bolt.
The bolt. Yeah, the shotgun bolt. Looks like a grip, but shotgun bolt. I mean, whatever scope you choose.
I mean, you didn't even, it's funny. Using it 2 times on the Eva is hilarious. It's funny.
That's my go-to, actually,
it works,
right now.
But, it's just a funny thing. But yeah, you're right. All you need is the bolt.
Dude, I mean, I've literally been running games where I ran a game earlier this week where I was Loba, and I just ran an Eva-8. Like, I didn't have a secondary. And I didn't realize it until the final circle, and then I used my shop to grab a secondary.
That's hilarious.
But dude, all I need is that gun. It's just been getting it done. For some reason, if you're that weird, not quite mid but not close range, and if some dudes, if you see someone out in the open or they're running at you and you pull out an Eva, even if only 2 bullets from your spread hit them, they hear it and they run away. It's hilarious, dude.
It's a scary gun.
Very few people just run straight down at you if you have an Eva out. So, I'm sticking with it, man. I've been doing a lot of mix and matching games. I've been doing a lot of double shotties. I've been doing a lot of sniper shotty. I've been doing a lot of double close range.
Okay.
My favorite combo right now, I've actually been redabbling with the good old G7.
G7's where it's at.
Trying to get I'm getting the flow of that gun back a little bit. So G7 Eva is great.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing is still, I've been playing a lot of Loba lately. Eva with the Havoc. Oh my God, dude. Because your Loba, you can pull the turbocharger if you find it.
Yeah.
And then her ring bracelet is just so slick. You just fly right over them. You're behind them. You have an Eva and a Havoc. They're dead. Boom. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's good.
So my tip of the week is short and sweet, though. Okay. Very short and sweet. All I have to say, Wraith mains rejoice. The morons have returned to the game, and you can use your portal to Wraith bait. Once again, I have been doing it since the last episode, Calvin. Pretty consistently, multiple times a day.
I love it.
Whether it's in a duos and I push into a building with a Watson, and the Watson's teammate breaks me and pushes me back, and my teammate and I just destroy them. Now the Watson's on their own. whether it's a simple, just like, I mean, I've even doing it to the point, Calvin, where we see a team and they're shooting us, and I'll just make my portal and sprint into the middle of the team.
Yeah.
And then take the portal back. And I'm like, they didn't break me. They got one bolt on me, and one of them will still take the portal.
Well, yeah, they'll get sucked in. Yeah.
Everyone is too aggressive. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, dude. And you don't even need like a caustic to make it worthwhile. You do the portal. If you know they're going to come through, boom, flame grenade right on it. You pull out like an Eva and a flatline. That's it. They're dead. You know?
Yep. Yeah.
My favorite thing is just you get them to come through the portal, and then you tell the teammates, I'm assassinating this one. So he tells his teammates, and they rush through the portal trying to back him up.
Yeah, and they get got.
And then they get got. That's right, Calvin. That's it.
I love that.
That's
cool.
it.
Yeah.
I call it Wraith Bait, portal traps, whatever. It has a bunch of different names on Reddit. But that's my tip of the week is rejoice if you like Wraith.
You know, it's funny. I whenever I play the game, I never tried to do these like special plays, I guess, you know what I mean? Like Wraith Baiting or like the Octane Crypto Revenant combo. You know, I never do that. Like for one, I don't really play with anybody who plays Wraith. So it's like I never get to like utilize or even think about it. And then oftentimes I'm not playing someone like Watson or or Caustic to like capitalize on, you know what I mean? It's always for some reason it's always whenever I'm playing, it doesn't matter who I'm with. There's always a Bloodhound. There's always a Gibby, and an Octane. And it's just a mixture of like those and like random people.
I think the other problem is so many people are stuck on this meta and the team comp. Dude, we played a game last week with two of our friends, Calvin, and one of us was Loba, one of us was Valkyrie, and one of us was Pathfinder. Okay, that's a team that has no offensive abilities and you have no healer. Yeah. So on paper, you wouldn't really see a pro squad with that team. Right. Dude, we landed Skulltown, we won Skulltown, then we won the game because I'm sorry. It wasn't a Pathfinder, it was a Rev. So we had a Rev, a Loba, and a Valkyrie. Everybody has mobility personally. You know, the Rev can climb, Valkyrie, self-explanatory, Loba has a bracelet, you know. And so at first I was like, this is a weird comp. Let's try it. Dude, we wrecked because everybody had the ability to flank, fly, move, whatever, you know, and it totally paid off. There were multiple instances where, you know, me and the Loba and I are fucked and just Rev climbs up the back of the building making zero noise. Yeah. And just shoot. So, you know, I think that's the other reason you don't always see the Wraith is because Octane is like, you know, the latest chart that released, Octane is hands down by and far the number one pick legend in the game right now. So most people aren't going to pick another movement legend, you know, that's true. And I think a lot of people are still split on like, do we use Gibby? Do we use Lifeline? Whatever. Right. You know what I mean? And people seem to really like the Lifeline or the Gibby Octane meta because you can push real well with the bubble. You can push real well with the ult, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gibby is a very reminiscent of what's his name, the monkey in Overwatch.
Oh, dude, Winston, my boy, dude.
Yeah, well, he is. You throw an octane pad down, you fly through the air like Winston, land on someone, dome them, and then they're inside your dome with two people on them. Oh yeah.
What about you, Calvin? What about you? What's your weapon of the week?
You're gonna be surprised for this one. The Devo, the Devotion. So,
Go on.
Okay, so I don't know what has inspired me to do this.
Here we go.
I don't know.
I can't wait for this.
Well, I mean, there's no punchline. I usually like to use the Havoc. I love the Havoc, especially when you get the turbocharger. It's a great gun. But I've always felt like there's just something about the Devo that I've just wanted to just use and just like, I don't want to say get good with it, but like just to like, I don't know, be a bully, because it's a bully gun, right? You get the turbocharger and it's a fucking bully gun. It bullies everybody. And I was like, man, I pass up all these purple barrels and I can't put it on the Havoc. And it's what it is. It's mostly I just want to put a barrel on the Havoc, but I can't, so I put it on the Devo. So
well, the Devo also has like you get like a 30% more ammo too. So the
Yeah.
Devo, you can kill 2 to 3 people with one clip, where the Havoc, you're lucky if you kill 2. You're lucky.
Right. You got to get a lot of good headshots in there early on for that first guy, and then swap to the second one. And so I've been like, yeah, the Devo's my thing, and I've been fortunate enough to find a lot of turbochargers in my recent games. And dude, let me tell you, man, the Devo, it wins every one-on-one. It literally wins every one-on-one. There was one where I had full shield, but I had half health. And it wasn't even red, it was like purple. I had a full shield and half health, and there was a bloodhound literally behind a door, full healed, health and shield. He opens the door, we exchange shots, and I just melt him. It just melted, just like because the Devo just shoots so goddamn fast.
Yeah.
And I played like many games with like specifically trying to use the Devotion, and when you get that turbocharger, dude, like you just obliterate people. It's insane. It's insane. So yeah, that's my weapon of the week is the Devotion.
So are you going to start playing more Rampart then, though, and just go super Devo?
So the reason why I got even thinking about the Devo was because I had like multiple fucking weeks with get this 5,000 damage of light machine guns, get 50 knocks of light machine guns. I'm like, God damn it. Like, I don't want to do this, you know?
Yeah.
Because the most accessible light machine gun is the Spitfire. And I'm like, I don't want to use the Spitfire, you know? Hashtag nerf Spitfire. And so I'm like, I don't want to use this. So I was like, maybe I'll spice it up. You know, I can use the L-Star in arenas or whatever, but arenas don't count for the Battle Royale challenges. And so I'm like, I'll just use the Devotion. So yeah, and then you use Rampart, you get fast reload, a little bit more ammo. It's pretty good.
Have you, side note, Calvin, have you seen these custom animations that Rampart got for reloading some of the guns?
I don't think I've paid attention.
I haven't either, to be perfectly
frank. I haven't been paying attention, but yeah, she got the customization. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I do. We should maybe we'll talk about those a little bit next week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, dude, I love that. I'm gonna say let's not argue about my point here, Calvin.
Okay.
But if you're on PC, I still think you have a little bit better ways of dealing with recoil than controller. You should be using the Devo. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, especially if you're a PC player, you shouldn't be afraid if you can get the Devo all purple attachments, you know?
Yeah.
I've been grabbing the Devo a lot on fresh drop, Calvin, because nobody has good shields.
That's true.
So even if it's a gray item, you're able to just fucking plow through everyone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's once you get that charge up going, you know, and because after that initial charge up, it shoots straight. And then you just put it. You walk right next to someone. You put it in their face, and they're dead.
In their face, literally.
Yeah. Get like 1 foot away from them and unload. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I will say my only complaint about the Devo is like it almost, no matter how much you control the recoil, it feels like the gun doesn't start here. It starts here and then kicks like this instead of a gradual. You know what I mean? Like that. And then I don't know why. Because they're not even that bad. I hate the iron sights on the Devo.
The Devo iron sights aren't the best. Yeah, I agree. But anyways, that takes us into just a couple of things that a couple of notes for general Apex Legends notes is the Genesis event ends on July 13th. So if there's any of those exclusive items that you haven't gotten, go ahead and get them to get that Revan heirloom.
Yeah, all you Rev mains, step up, dude.
Better step up. You better do it. Otherwise, you have to wait to get some heirloom shards randomly in a pack.
Because that's
never going to happen.
Is fucking beautiful.
It's dope. I love it, dude.
You know what I was thinking about, Calvin? We were a little mad that we didn't get Crypto or Watson. But every time I see a Rev with the heirloom and see the function of it, I get excited. You want to know why?
Why?
Because they made an heirloom that large work. So you know what that means, right?
What does that mean?
When fucking Loba gets her staff, it's going to be incredible. And if they don't give her the staff, if that's not the heirloom,
like that's built in, you know what I mean? It's a built-in heirloom. They have to do it.
Like I've never said fuck Respawn or boycott this or boycott that. If Loba's heirloom is not that extendable wolf head staff, stay away from my Twitter for like 2 weeks, everyone, because I will I will just be talking the shit, dude.
So make sure you go and get those items if you hadn't got them, because if you don't get that heirloom now, you're gonna have to randomly get it in a box, and everybody knows it's never gonna happen. Thrillseekers comes on immediately after Genesis event ends. The Thrillseeker event is from July 13th through August 3rd. And then at the end of the month, at the end of July, they're going to have a summer splash sale, July 27th. And it's going to bring back some old skins that fan favorites that if you didn't get them before, you can get them now.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to do that.
And the Thrillseeker skins are incredible. There's there's 2 character skins you can only earn through the event. All the new gun skins, everything is awesome. The sale will be on the new stuff and on the old stuff. So
correct.
Get it done. Look into it.
No, you had something to say?
Yeah, for those of you that listen to the show that are arena lovers, like our boy Dan Fonts, the Thrillseekers event is an arenas only limited time event or mode or whatever you want to call it. So I think that's cool, Calvin. I think everyone's just been obsessed with pubs, not even ranked or arenas, because everyone just wants to play fucking Skulltown, and everyone is loving. Like, I don't know about you, but I love the OG color scheme of World's Edge. Like, it just looks beautiful, especially now that I have a Series X and can actually like enjoy it, and it loads in real time. So I think it's cool that they're doing an arena focus event, Calvin. Like, I did that.
You know what's funny is I was actually playing arenas the other day, and I noticed that, like, because I'm level 500, but I noticed that every time I get, that's nothing to whatever, but every time I get into a game, I'm playing with level 43s and level 72s and level 100 this, and I don't know why. And I can tell that I'm playing with these people who have not been playing the game as much as I have, because they make dumb decisions when they game, and then what usually happens is there's 2 of them, right? And so there's 2 people teamed up, and there's random solo me, and then we get put together with a team who all 3 of them know each other, and we just get wrecked. Yeah. And I think maybe because the matchmaking has not been done the way it's fine tuned for the BR.
Well, they never fixed it, because they implemented the leaving penalty and then they took it out because it wasn't working appropriately.
Right.
And they still haven't re-implemented it. So obviously arenas definitely need some tweaking.
Yeah. I
think a lot of people have just gotten over the random, every single person I play arenas with, when we lose the first round and I don't leave and they have a mic on, I literally, if it's a random, I get a thank you. They're like, thanks for not leaving, even though we lost the first round. I'm like, is it that bad? Like, literally,
so
I'm talking like every arenas game I play, I get a thank you for not freaking out and leaving after the first round.
Well, it's funny. Every time I play, I don't even queue with people. There was one game I joined in, and I was by myself against a clan, like the 3 people who knew each other. I queued into a game, and it didn't even show that I had teammates who left early. It just threw me into a game, 3v1, and it happens all the time. So they need to. That's probably why people aren't playing arenas.
I know the internet. The way it does the matchmaking in Apex is something a lot of people have complained about. I don't think it's nearly as severe as some of the other issues the game's having right now. But yes.
Anyways. Yeah, so the Thrillseekers event, July 13th to August 3rd, and then August 3rd is when Season 9 ends. So that's the end of the season. We'll get a little break, and then we'll go into Season 10, which I don't think I had any information has been dropped. Just some leaks here and there, but nothing big. So August 3rd.
Well, the only big thing is ranked arenas, but we'll talk about that next week.
Talk about that next week.
We've already more information. We've already talked about that, and it already didn't come once, so I don't want to we talked about the homegirl Watson finally getting her day 5 episodes in a row, and it didn't fucking happen.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, Ender, I know you called me out. All right, you motherfucker. But yes, so I don't want to talk about that, but it is supposed to come. Last episode we talked about hollow sprays, charms, all that stuff. Cool, tight, whatever. You know what? We'll talk about that when we get there.
That's right. So, and that leads us to the main thing we wanted to talk about on this episode is with the thing that everyone who's played Apex Legends within the last week has been made very aware of is the SaveTitanFall hack. So, there was some individuals who were Titanfall enthusiasts. If you don't know what's going on with Titanfall 1, not Titanfall 2, but Titanfall 1, which is still active, funnily enough, even though Titanfall 2 came out, Titanfall 1 is being incessantly DDoS'd. And if you don't know what DDoS is, in layman's terms is the servers that hold the game, right, that holds like Titanfall, whatever, and every time you play the game, every time you get onto the game and you queue into the game, you're sending a request to that server to pick you up and put you on that server. And so what DDoSing is the hacker, they will nowadays, before like old hacking, like 20 years ago, they would actually hack into other computers. They would hack into other computers and then use those other computers to send out multiple requests. But now, since technology has advanced, what people do now is they create bots. They create fake computers, VPNs, virtual computers. Well, not VPNs, just virtual computers. And they use those virtual computers to send out hundreds and thousands of server requests to whatever server that they're on, that they got onto for whatever. Mm-hmm. And that makes the game unplayable because the server gets bogged down with so many requests, it doesn't know what to do. It just freezes up. And so Titanfall 1 is being just attacked with DDoS, right? And so what these guys did was on July 4th, which is pretty shitty because everyone's supposed to be off on July 4th.
Yeah.
On July 4th, they hacked the actual game of Apex and made it so that no one can queue into anything. Ranked, the regular pubs, the arenas, you couldn't queue anything. There was a blank message there. And on the start button, like the screen, it said like save Titanfall. And they were hoping to get traction to get the Respawn devs to pay more attention to Titanfall, but they had already been paying attention to Titanfall, so they didn't do anything. So it was a really weird thing to do.
Yeah, so I went and looked into this a little bit, and I know some people, I don't know if it depends on like the size screen you play on or your ratio or whatever the fuck, but some people, it just said save Titanfall, but some people it actually said SaveTitanFall.com.
Yeah.
So they actually had a website up. And so what I've discovered and gathered, for those of you watching that might not know this, basically Titanfall is available for sale on the Steam store. It is not a free game, even though it probably should be at this time. How many years has it been, Calvin? 7, 9?
It's been out for a while.
Yeah. So it's still a good game. It actually is one of the few that's that old that stands the test of time. But outside of the story, or no, I don't even think you can play the story.
Titanfall 1 doesn't. Titanfall 1 is strictly multiplayer. There's no story.
Right. Okay, so Titanfall, you literally, Respawn is letting people purchase the game on Steam that are being like, so say your friend is hyping you up on Titanfall 1. Literally, you cannot open the game and play it if you're on a computer. You can still on consoles, but the largest player base is PC. And you literally, like, they're selling a game that is literally unplayable, which is, so that's, was like, if you went to SaveTitanFall.com, it was like, we need to let, and, it was pretty cool because they did call out Respawn, but they also mentioned that like EA is the licenser of the game. Mm-hmm. EA is selling this. It's EA making the money and not delivering on the product.
Right.
So like, I don't even think they were trying to force Respawn to do anything. I think people are trying to force EA to pay attention because EA has been known for years. That EA destroys games, or a game that looks good but comes out on EA, people won't buy because for a multitude of reasons. But so I get it. I think that's crap that the game doesn't work. Titanfall 1 and 2 are both phenomenal games.
Yeah, we
wouldn't have Apex without either of those games either. So it makes sense that they would. It's unfortunate, but it makes sense that they would hack Apex.
It's really shitty. So the Respawn team Apex team had to go in on July 4th and do a quick patch to get the hacker out of the system, and then 6 days later, the server issues again. Just a global outage. No one could play on July 10th. No one could play the game ever again, and then. Took another day or so for Respawn to patch that, and so it's just like more things that are just hurting the game, hurting the player base. There's a recent trend going around called Save Apex Ranked, because people in specifically the higher tier ranks, Predator and Master ranks, were doing hacks so that they had just crazy advantage over other players. The most famous one is this insane infinite shooting charge rifle. I'm sure we've all seen it. You've seen the clips, right, Joel?
You know what? No, I haven't, but I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
So let me tell you. So you know how the charge rifle goes zzz, boom, right?
Yeah.
It has like a little charge up and then like a big blast. So someone hacked it. There was some type of bug exploit in the game, and you can make it so that the charge rifle just shoots constantly the entire time. It doesn't.
Jesus.
It doesn't
so
go away.
You literally just get a laser beam with no bullet drop, pretty much.
A laser beam with no bullet drop that can shoot across the map. And so what people were doing is they were doing aimbot, right, which is another very popular hack to do in the game. They're using aimbot, and they were using this infinite charge rifle. So they were just lasering people. Zzz, you're dead. Zzz, you're dead. Zzz, you're just wiping people out.
Yeah.
And among other, and people have been DDoSing in Predator ranks.
And Predator, dude, I was following this hashtag because it really intrigued me. You know, everyone, I don't know how many episodes of the show you listen to. If this is your first one, thanks for being here. You know, Calvin and I love Apex. We really do. We love Apex. We love Titanfall. I love Apex more than Titanfall, but nobody take me to the rafters on that one. You know what I mean? But you know, there's definitely every game can have improvements, and like we love this game, and we talk about it, but like, you know, I mean, this Save Apex rank thing, man, it's to the point where like pros were literally tweeting this hashtag out because, like, I mean, a large part of the way a video game grows these days is by people who stream it. Yes. You know, and so many of the streamers. I mean, I love watching Lulu Lovely. I love watching Wig. You know, Noko's okay to watch. He's a great gamer. I don't know, for some reason he doesn't do it for me. You know, but like all of these people that people literally come to their channels to watch them be OP at Apex. Yeah. All of them are like, you know, this, that, and the other thing, you know, Shiv, you know, he even got banned because he ended up actually killing the most famous aimbotter and said he went a little overboard with the trash talk. Right. And he got banned for like a week from Twitch for it, even though he appealed it and was like, oh, well, like you guys let this guy stream and keep his clips going. You know, the game doesn't ban him. Why am I in trouble? Right. You know, I'm taking out literally a community's frustrations. I don't think that was the right way to handle it. That's neither here nor there, you know, but it's to the point where, you know, people whose livelihoods literally depend on playing Apex don't want to stream the game because of whether it's DDoS, whether it's the charge rifle, whether it's the aimbot. I mean, there's one dude, I don't remember his name, but I'm not even going to bring it up because I don't want to give him the popularity, that like literally is so known for his crap that like he'll be in a lobby, right? Calvin, he's in a pred lobby. He always solo queues. He'll have two randos with him. They'll get top 3, and then the other 2 teams, he'll like go in general chat and be like, yo, it's me. Okay, final 2 teams, everyone drop all your gear and both your teams have to melee to the death. Wait. Because if they don't do that, he'll just aimbot and wipe both their teams, and then they don't know who's going to get second or not, or potentially third if they're lucky enough to beat this dude and his team. Right. You know? So I mean, imagine that. Like this, like it's that out of hand. Like I never thought I would have to say that this is going on. Like this is like the type of bully hacker bullshit they make movies about. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like actually going on and like ruining people's livelihoods, experience, fun, all of it, you know? Yeah. So I hope that I know the hashtag, I think it's still going. It was the number, it was like over 10,000 retweets the first 3 days. It was like in trending topics. So I really hope like between that going on and then like what we talked about last week where that one dev said they're actually going to look into the audio issues. Like, I hope it's that. I still hope that we're correct, Calvin, and it's a server issue, which means it's actually EA's fault and not Respawn's. Yeah. That's a whole nother topic though. But you know, just that. I mean, I've even had experiences where like, you know, we'll go in and like wipe two people on a team. The third person will sprint into the room, and all of a sudden my screen just stops and we're all dead. And in like a pub game. Like, dude,
right.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, it's funny because Call of Duty from the start was riddled with hackers. And to this day is still riddled with hackers. Like, I was playing with some friends the other week.
I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry?
I said I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So I was playing Call of Duty with some friends the other week. And one of my friends, he's really fucking good, and he dies. And he goes, "Oh shit, that dude's hacking." I was like, "Wait, what?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's hacking." I was like, "How do you know he's hacking?" And he's like, "Oh, watch." And so like I don't even remember what happened, but like the guy ended up killing all three of us because there was three of us playing, killing all three of us by himself. And like I was trying to like watch him play. I'm like, I can't see the hacking, but like it's just so like commonplace in Call of Duty for just cheaters to exist. And what the funny about it is people still play Call of Duty non-fucking stop.
Yep.
And people and so many people watch Call of Duty streamers non-stop despite the hackers. And I don't understand it because it's almost like they've given up on asking whomever, I don't know who makes Call of Duty, asking them to fix the game. They're just like, it's never going to happen, so we're just never going to talk about it anymore. Yeah. But I feel like Apex players care more about the game. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, oh, we really care about this game, and we want you guys to fix it. And I think that's why people are getting like, I don't want to say more up in arms about it.
Well, this year's at the Video Game Awards, I remember a lot of people were heated because Apex won like best community and best like listener involvement or some weird category like that over Warzone. Yeah. Because the community actually cares and the devs actually try to listen and communicate.
Right. I mean, not to get onto, I don't know, the topic of hackers, but it's like I don't understand people's like not desire, but like this crazy obsession with winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like I'm not saying like because I like to win. Obviously, everybody likes winning the game. Everyone likes winning their fight. Everyone likes winning the game, right? But I feel like I would never ever go to the extremes of I have to download all this software to manipulate how I play in the game and just obliterate everybody, even if they're better than me, because I need to win, have this power over. I don't know. It's a weird
dude. It's worse than that. Like one of my new friends, Cody. I have been chatting with him a lot about Apex. He has a PlayStation, so he wanted to buy one of the like controllers with paddles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't want to go scuff, so he went with another company. And he could have paid $500 for this controller. And in the bottom of the controller, it's almost like an old N64 controller. There's like a cartridge slot, and you can pay for different mods to be built in the controller. No recoil, no this, no that. Literally, it's on their fucking website. You can literally purchase the controller like that.
Huh.
I knew that stuff like this existed, but I thought it was like kind of like sketchy stuff you plug in. No, the controller literally comes, you can pre-purchase it like that.
That's interesting.
And I was like, this is actually insane. This is how this industry and business has gone.
It's weird, man. It's weird. I don't know. When I was streaming and I was playing Apex, people would come on and they'd be like, holy shit, your aim's crazy. You know what I mean? Or like, how do you shoot so fast? Like I've been told that I have modded controllers or like I'm cheating or something like that because I can click the button on a controller and on the mouse really fucking fast. I don't know why.
I mean that one day you showed me how quickly you could fire the flatline. I was pretty pissed.
I shoot it stupidly fast.
Yeah.
But like I've never was like maybe I should go and like make it decrease. I'm not, and I don't tweak anything. I just do what I do, and so it blows my mind that there's people who are like, I want to be able to shoot the charge rifle infinitely forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't. I don't know. I don't understand winning at all costs because I feel like there's like I don't want to say honor, but like I don't think any actual respectable person would, exploit the system selfishly
Yeah.
exploit the system. So yeah, that's my rant.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
my
and
rant.
you know what, Calvin, I will say, at least in like Apex, we're dealing with a lot of hackers right now, but oh God, I can't believe this sentence is going to come out of my mouth. They appreciate physics and reality. So like Gibraltar, for perfect example, you'll understand when I finish. The gun shield, how they've gone back and forth with like bleed through damage, this, that, and the other thing, right? Okay, at least they understand that. I'll tell you the exact reason I uninstalled Warzone. The exact reason. Okay. I am going to respawn and buy back my teammates, right?
Okay.
I'm running. I evaded like 2-3 teams. I was in one of them.
So hold on. So just for clarity, for people who've never played Warzone, what the difference in the respawning in Warzone is there's stores all around the game where you can buy items like UAVs, airstrikes, stuff like that. But at these stores, if you have enough money, you can buy back your teammates.
Yes.
As opposed to picking up the banner and taking it to a respawn beacon. So
correct.
Continue.
So long story short, I always pride myself on being like the vehicle dude in Warzone. Like I do outrageous shit in all the vehicles. That was always my thing with our group of friends. I'm in a chopper. I'm flying. When the choppers, if you go to land and if you jump out too soon, they can hit you or the explosion can kill you, right? Yeah. So I am trying to lower. I'm in between a bunch of trees, so I should be hard to shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting shot at. I take off. I start flying full speed. I see the sniper. I turn towards him to try to start wiggling the chopper back and forth. He misses me, right? He fucking full kills me with a sniper rifle through the front windshield. Like there's no like damage drop, no buff. It doesn't destroy the chopper first or anything. Like it just boom, just died. I was like, okay, dude, like like the fact that you can snipe me when I'm moving full speed in a chopper is like that should be a top skill set, not a hack or any asshole that can snipe can do it. Like,
right.
So that was the exact moment I was like, I'm done, dude. Like, I'm done. Like, I literally survived as a solo player for like almost 10 minutes. I escaped 2 other teams. I had enough money to buy my whole squad back. And I just get like full armor, just snipe through the front windshield, insta-killed.
And that's so frustrating too, because for those of you who have played Call of Duty, you know that unless you're really fucking lucky, you're not gonna get that headshot. Like you're not gonna get it, especially a helicopter that's like a good distance away from you. Like the way the game, I'm not a big fan of Warzone. I don't really like it. But like the cars and the vehicles provide a lot of armor, like a damage blocking for the for the people that are inside the actual vehicle. So to just like hit a one shot thing, it's either one, you know exactly how to shoot every time, right? And you got it lucky, right? Or 2, someone's hacking, which in most cases they're probably fucking hacking because Call of Duty's riddled with fucking
but I was just like, dude, like I avoided. I did, and like in that game you have the rocket launchers that lock onto your vehicles. I like literally juked rockets to blow up into trees and shit in this chopper, Calvin. I'm like, but everyone's like, you're insane. How are you pulling this off? And then I die from a fucking sniper rifle, dude. Like,
and it's so stupid too because sniper rifles, like even in that game, like hitting the headshot is like. You have to be like trying to hit that headshot because if you hit anywhere else on the body, you're not going to drop them.
Yes.
Because sniper rifles in that game suck for some reason. I don't get it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Anyways, enough about that. Back to the Pex, dude. Like
back to the Pex.
I hope the Apex rank thing works. I hope the Titanfall hack thing makes EA realize, like, look at this loyal community that we're disservicing.
Doubt it, dude.
Like, and you know what? And I know that they're not going to give a shit. Want to know why? Because they stopped making the street titles, bro. I loved FIFA Street, NBA Street, all those games. FIFA Street, dog, when you could play the soccer balls and like there was no out of bounds, you could bounce the ball off the wall and like do plays around people and like just infuriate them. Like I think it was 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. I don't remember. Like the fact that they scrapped that whole series of games.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
like because they're making money off regular FIFA, dude. They're still robbing people blind on regular FIFA and the NBAs and all that shit. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
But I really hope that these people get over them fucking selves and stop hacking games. Go get a real hobby instead of hacking games, please.
Yeah, why don't you hack your neighborhood some free like power for a month or some shit?
Shit, right?
Like if you can take down some corpo giant like fucking EA, why don't you use your little like fucking pissant abilities for some good,
Yeah, go relieve some college debt or some shit.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. Calvin, have you had any other issues this week with the game?
No, I mean, aside from the things that everybody else experienced, like not being able to get on, just in general. No, I would say, I mean, the same old things that we've been saying. Not being able to play because everyone's can't play, or queuing into a game where it's supposed to have teammates and then not getting any teammates, and so it's just been that, dude.
Yeah, I have. There's been a few sound issues. I think as long as I'm on console, there's always going to be some sound issues. Like the PC's just always going to perform better. Yeah, I'm kind of sort of like that tweet last week that we talked about gave me some hope. I definitely, at least in my opinion, and whether it could just be me trying to defend the fact that I'm a mediocre gamer, I truly feel like there's some hit reg issues because like. When there's people right in front of me and I'm putting a whole clip into someone and the death cam is like showing me only 3 of my bullets hit, but 11 of their bullets hit, but I only heard 4 bullets hit me in my field. You know what I mean? Like I'm having a lot of that where it's not like I know my aim sucks sometimes. I know sometimes I'm not shielded enough. I know sometimes this happens, but it's like I don't understand how people can come in a doorway and have enough time to pull up the R3 to shoot me in the head.
Right.
Like there's like stuff where I'm like, dude, if you're right in front of me and I have like an Eva-8 or something like a Havoc, especially like the main thing I'm noticing is like the Havoc and Flatline, like at like very close range, I'm like losing fights that I'm like, I'm even like people, my teammates watching on the death cams are even like, dude, I heard like 6 of your bullets connect with his shield. Right. And then the thing tells me, oh, only 3 of your bullets hit. And I'm like, right. What is like, so it's just like, I think my biggest frustration, like that comes and goes, they'll update the server soon. I think my biggest frustration, and this is something, Calvin, we can end on this note, but I'm officially lodging an Apex complaint. First time on the show. Oh, wow. Officially. Flame grenades. Whatever you want to call them, the pyro grenades. Thermite, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I am so sorry.
Okay.
They should not go through walls.
I agree.
And they should not kill you when you leave them. Like, I have encountered so many thermites. Like, if you want to add dot abilities to the game, Apex, other than the thermite and caustic's gas, okay, then add dot abilities to the game, but make it make sense. And for
dot abilities?
Yeah, so for people like Calvin that are confused, when I say dot, a dot is something we use in like MMOs or like games like Diablo. Dot stands for damage over time. Okay. So Caustic's ability, his gas is a dot, damage over time. Yeah. Generally they're applied to like a negative status effect. Like this dot slows you for 10 seconds. Something like that. Those thermite grenades, they should hurt you when you're in them. But I mean, like the thermites they go in one direction. I've slid through them and been like full sprinting way past them, and they're still burning me when I ran through the short side of the flame. And it's like, yeah. Like
the biggest thing is the through walls. Like there shouldn't if you throw a thermite grenade, it lands on the other side of the wall for me, and it hits the wall. It should stop at the wall. I should not take any damage through a fucking wall.
Or like around a corner, Yeah. Like that's also happened.
Yeah. Like the walls should be because I can't shoot through them. I should not be able to get hit through them. You know what I mean?
100%.
By anything. So yeah, no,
That would be my only true complaint this week is like I had some real clutch plays, team wipes, all this shit, and then it's like how people not missing with the charge rifle, but I mean that's what I get for playing against computer players, and you know. The flame grenade, man. Like that was the thing that drove me up the wall the most this week. I can deal with the hit reg. I can deal with the sound issues. I've still had some good games. My fucking, my KD almost went up by fucking point, by,
You
point.
good?
I'm trying to explain. I'm not good with decimals.
Okay.
The second number. So basically I went from like a 0.64 to a 0.74. There you go.
Okay. So by 0.1.
But yeah, so whatever the second, I don't know, dude. Whatever. Hey, Calvin. Hi, Calvin. Carry it over and go fuck yourself. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So, but my KD went up by a point, or I guess in the last week.
Yeah.
But like, it would be even higher. But I'm having these like situations where I'm the last person left. If a thermite gets thrown on me while I'm trying to res the teammate, I stop the res and run away. I'm not running the long way through the fire because I'm not a fucking dummy,
Yeah.
And it just lets them kill me because I'm like still taking. So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
17.
You know what, everyone? Episode 17 of Pex Pals. 17 episodes, Calvin. I didn't, like we started this for fun, and like I'm still having fun.
I'm still having fun. And it's cool. If this episode is a heavy episode, it's because the Apex Legends community has been hit a lot in this past 2 weeks with all the hacking, the servers down and stuff like that. But like I said, they're doing stuff and it's really affecting the player base, which is kind of sad because like we said, we're all very passionate about the game. And so apologize for the heavy episode, but
I don't apologize for being heavy.
It's just how it is right now.
I'm a heavy guy, so that's how I live my life. But anyways, everyone, I'm JoelCupcake.
I am CowVan.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Pex Pals. Like, follow, comment, hashtag, do it all, subscribe. If you're listening on an audio format, please give us a review. Even if you think we suck, I don't care. We want to know what we can improve on. Give us some talking subjects. Ask us some questions. Shoot us some challenges. Next week we'll be back with the Genesis event recap, and maybe we'll talk about some of the nerdy aspects of the game, like some lore. Ooh. I know that was a request from a few of our viewers, Calvin.
Yeah, let's do it.
So down. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. This has been
everybody.
Of
Check us out. Check us out wherever you get your podcast. Do it.
How are we ending it, Calvin? Send me off, baby.
Doing it with fuck hackers.
Fuck hacker. That's not what I expected. Bye.